long time like me. Y'all want me to live long.
Oh, that's right.
Y'all want me to live long without y'all.
Live long and strong.
Listen, it's very important to, take care of ourselves so that, we can show up in the world the way we need to. There's so many people that depend on you to do what you do and, all of that. So I need y'all to be all right with this information because that's really all it is. It's information. And it's how you perceive the information to do what it is that you need to do for yourself and for your families. It's too many people dying too young, and we don't want none of that noise. So, in that vein, hold on, let me turn off my notifications, please. Thank you. In that vein, that is why I share the things that I share. It's just important. It's important stuff.
Amen.
So today is no different.
Y'all know that was set up right there. We heard that. I told y'all it was coming. I told y'all it was coming. I told y'all.
But this is not what you can have. This is more really informational marketing. So you will appreciate today. Okay? You will appreciate today.
We'll see by the end.
So today we're going to talk about how we have two brains in our bodies. And I think that a lot of people don't realize that we have two brains in our bodies. And the two brains that we have in our bodies is one, our actual brain, and the second one is our gut. Our gut is a brain all by itself. And this is all new information, new knowledge that wasn't really known some years ago. So there is a true gut brain connection that it has an impact on depression. It has an impact on anxiety. And there's natural ways to improve this gut brain connection. Now, some of those natural ways might step on your toes. Maybe that part might. But, you ever heard the phrase, I got butterflies in my stomach? Or I have a gut feeling about this? Or there's a pit in my stomach? And mostly all of these sayings involve your brain and your stomach. And so the short answer is there is a gut brain connection. As it turns out, your nervous stomach is not a coincidence. In fact, the more we learn about the human gut or the gut microbiome, it is clear that it really is our second brain. So there's diseases like leaky gut syndrome, and that's linked to other serious conditions and diseases. So it turns out that science is now discovering that the connection between our guts and our emotions is just as strong. That's a mouthful, right? Sometimes when I read this stuff, I'm like, are you kidding me? And it just really takes us back to we are wonderfully made. Like, seriously, we are wonderfully made. And so what is the gut-brain connection? So the microbes in the gut play a very significant role in the human body and its functions, right? This gut microbiome is responsible for everyday functions, including digestion and nutrient absorption. So the gut brain, they kind of work together in a bidirectional manner, which means that gut health can impact stress, anxiety, depression, and cognition. So if you got stomach problems, it's probably affecting so many other things. So the scientific studies show that the gut is the home of this enteric nervous system, which is separate from the central nervous system. So now we have two nervous systems. We thought we only had one, but there's actually two. The central nervous system, which everybody knows about, but the gut has its own enteric nervous system. And so this enteric one is made up of two thin layers of over 100 million nerve cells. even more nerve cells than you would find in the spinal cord. And so these cells line your gastrointestinal tract. It controls blood flow and secretions to help the gastrointestinal tract digest food. It also helps us feel what's happening inside the gut, since the second brain is behind the mechanics of the food digestion. So while the second brain doesn't really get involved with like thought processes and political debates and theological reflection and studies, but studies suggest that it does control behavior on its own. So the researchers believe that it came about that it makes digestion more efficient in the body. So instead of having to direct digestion from the brain through the spinal cord and then back to the brain and back, God developed an on-site brain that can handle things closer to the source. That's so amazing, right? Talking about we. The article says we developed. No, we did not develop that. God developed that. And so, because this second brain is so complex, scientists aren't convinced that it was designed as just a way to aid digestion, but it's also capable of its own thoughts. It does talk to the brain in major ways. So this second brain speaks to the main brain, whereas so it kind of works biodirectional. So there's an impact that it has on depression. So how we say take probiotics because it's good for your stomach to keep the flora and the microbiome in order. Well, the same thing goes. Gut microbiome, it plays a role in depression. If the microflora is off, it affects you mentally. It has been proven that mental health is improved by enhancing the microbiome in your GI system. So it's so important. That's why it's so important to give the body everything it needs. And so by taking your probiotics, that keeps your stomach in order. Researchers have learned that healthy gut microflora transmits brain signals through pathways that are involved in the brain neuron formation and behavioral control. So I'm starting to think like a lot of people that's out of control. Like, is it because their stomach is upset? Like, stomach upset can cause other upset. They also prove that inflammation affects the brain and how someone thinks, which explains why more than 20% of inflammatory bowel disease patients are also depressed. One study illustrated how the gut and brain are connected through studying the effects of probiotics on patients with irritable bowel syndrome and depression. They found that twice as many patients saw improvements from depression once they took the probiotics. So I'm thinking to myself now, okay, so anybody that is suffering from any type of stomach or bowel or anything in that area around digestion, if they added a probiotic, how much that would make them feel better. And so this improvement of the gut improves overall mental well-being for these patients that took this probiotic. And studies have shown that patients with inflammatory diseases are prone to depression. So this research now indicates that this inflammation leads to depression, and depression worsens the responses in the body, and it's just a whole vicious cycle. So now you need to add a probiotic to your arsenal. There's also impacts on anxiety. So research also showed that stress is intimately tied to our guts, thereby proving this gut-brain connection again. We know that the gut health influences anxiety on the body's responses to stress as a part of the gut-brain connection. And so our bodies all respond to stress with the fight or flight system, right? Related to our cortisol levels. which we know is ruled by the hypothalamic and pituitary adrenal glands, right? So when something scary or worrying happens, like something unexpected jumps in front of you, you may have a physical reaction. Your palms might get sweaty. You might feel your heartbeat quicken. Typically, if you're in a stressful situation that is then diffused, the body goes back to normal. However, if you are constantly stressed, your body stays stuck in the fight or flight freeze over an extended period of time. And so, what's critical about that is the body is unable to distinguish between physical and mental stress. So your body will will respond the same if a bear shows up in your house or when you realize you hate your job. It's just trying to combat the stress that you have. And so the constant state of stress causes chronic inflammation. The body reacts to the stress as a type of infection and tries to overcome it. And because the inflammation is a root to so many diseases, this exposure to prolonged stress can have serious consequences on your health, ranging from high blood pressure to autoimmune diseases. The types of bacteria that's found in the gut, the good bacteria, it plays a role on how our immune responses are regulated. So it's so important to keep that second brain in order. So how do we do that? So there's some natural ways to improve this gut brain connection. There's still so much mystery and so much more to uncover, about this gut brain connection. But the first thing you want to do is avoid processed food, Marcus. So for starters, whole food, plant-based diets, they lead to a good gut with you can do things like adding uh, what is it? Fermented. Okay, come on. All right. No calls, no calls, no calls. So you want to avoid these have a whole food plant-based diet. With getting rid of this ultra processed foods like white bread, chips, snacks, snack cakes. And it's so funny because those ultra processed foods make up about 60% of the average American's diet. That's what people eating. The added sugar found in these foods are disguised as different types of artificial sweeteners, and they're responsible for a variety of health conditions from obesity to type 2 diabetes and migraines. So you want to be mindful about what you're putting in your body. I'm writing a new book. It's called Killing Yourself with Your Fork. People are killing themselves with their own fork. Or maybe should I call it Your Fork is a Lethal Weapon? I don't know. I'm going to think about it.
Subtitle it.
Subtitle it, right? Yeah, that's what it's going to be. Because people are truly killing themselves with their own force, with their own choices. And then by the time you realize that that's what you're doing, it's really late in the game. And sometimes it's even too late to fix it. And so avoid processed food. The second thing you want to do is eat probiotics. Eat probiotic rich foods like kefir and sauerkraut, things that are pickled. All those things are good for your gut. And this will change your mood. When your gut is good, it's because of this two brains here. When both brains are happy, then the body is happy. So probiotics are good bacteria that primarily line the gut and are responsible for your nutrition absorption, and it supports your immune system. Your immunity absolutely starts in your gut. The other thing that's causing a lot of problems for people is gluten. Gluten for a lot of people it really causes a whole lot of stomach problems, and it's all in the way that they've processed the food. It wasn't a problem before, but if you avoid it or limit it, it will also have a positive effect on your gut microbiome. You can do sprout your own um, stuff to make your bread, sour grains, those types of things. They all make things more digestible and nutritious. Join the meeting. A lot of our own sprouting and things have been abandoned. We haven't done that stuff ourselves in a long time. We are so spoiled with being able to just go outside and go to the store and get whatever we want. It's the fast and convenient methods of mass producing our food is what's causing a lot of these problems. Eat healthy fats. Healthy fats are essential to our bodies for brain development. Fats like olive oil, for instance, includes high amounts of antioxidants that protect your cells from damage. It also helps with memory and cognitive functions, and is also an anti-inflammatory. There's also some benefits to having avocados. They protect your heart and help with digestion. So it's also a great pick for improving your mood because it is a form of healthy fat. Next thing, consume mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms contain plenty of vitamin B6, and because vitamin B6 impacts the production of serotonin and the neurotransmitters, healthy B6 levels are associated with positive mood and reducing stress naturally. It's also been shown to effectively treat mood disorders like depression. Next thing, eat nuts. Have a small handful of nuts like almonds, cashews, walnuts, Brazil nuts. Research shows that they are full of serotonin, a feel-good chemical that is in short supply when you are depressed. So have some nuts. Have some sesame seeds. Sesame seeds benefits from this chemical called tyrosine. It's an amino acid that, what happened? There we go. It is an amino acid that boosts the brain's dopamine levels. It kicks in the feel-good hormone into high gear while balancing out others. You know, we don't have all the answers on this gut mood link just yet, but one thing is surely for certain, that our bodies and our minds are much more connected than we like to believe. So taking care of one part will reap the benefits. So these microbes in the gut, they play such a significant role in our body function. And so they're responsible for these everyday functions, including digestion and nutrient absorption and gut health. It has this significant impact on mental health. This gut brain connection. That's something that I didn't even know existed until now. And so this research shows that this connection between the gut microbe and the mental health, like depression and chronic anxiety or stress. So you want to make sure that you are taking your probiotics and making sure you're taking your multivitamins and multiminerals that have the B6 in it. That's going to help you to lift those levels of serotonin. So the key to improve your gut health, by improving it, it'll reduce all of this systemic inflammation, improve your mental health, thanks to this gut-brain connection. Mr. Satcher, can you fix your background noise? Not yours, but somebody's. You got it?
I got it.
Okay. But it's so important. So, when you think about the next time you have butterflies in your stomach, or you tell yourself you have a gut feeling about this, or muted everybody. Can you hear me now? Okay. So the next time you say I got butterflies in my stomach, or I have a gut feeling about this, or there's a pit in my stomach, you know that this is a direct correlation from your brain to your stomach. And the answer to that is the gut brain connection. And so we absolutely want to add all these things. Man, listen, I'm finished already. That was a lot of information in a short amount of time, huh? Anywho, we can expound. So this second brain, is so important to take care of by adding this probiotics and getting all of those processed things out of your diet. And I ain't gonna hold you. I like a good chip here and there. I like a good chip. I've been looking for the healthy ones. They don't have a lot of them, but I found some. I found some beet chips, some sweet potato chips. What other kind? I don't like the veggie. Those are nasty.
Oh, no.
Those are nasty. I don't like those.
Okay, so it said, wait, you said it was a sweet potato chip, right?
Yes, made from sweet potatoes.
So how is that good?
So
how is that good?
It's not. It's not the. It's not as bad as white potato chip because it's a white. White is different. But sweet potatoes are good for you, and just the way that it's made in they're baked, not fried. And so you kind of get a little bit. I mean, it's not a perfect solution, but it's one that's acceptable.
Wait a minute. You said, wait. First of all, you said it's baked.
Yes.
Instead of fried, right?
Yes.
So what is allowing these things? Because they said preservatives are in it in order to keep it fresh.
Yes.
But how can you do it with any kind of shit? Preserve.
I said so. So this is what I said. Okay. I said I'm not gonna hold you. I like a good chip too. So instead of having a completely, totally bad for you chip, I have found one that's medium bad for you. So because it's baked and not fried, it still has all that stuff. It still has crap in it. It still has crap in it, and that's not something that I have like on a daily or weekly basis. Maybe every other month or so. So it's not anything. Everything in moderation. You can have a little scoop. I'll have when I get back to Atlanta, I will let you know the brand of it. I always find it in the what is it, TJ Maxx or Marshalls. They have the best snacks in those stores. They have the healthier stuff than what you'll find in the grocery store. They have a lot of herbal things in those stores too, TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I go in there specifically looking for healthy snacks. You'll find the sweet potatoes. They have another one that's made from beets. The chips are beet chips. And those are really good. Those are like my favorites. If I'm gonna have a chip. But when I beet a beet. So they shaved the beet and they made chips out of it.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I like them. So I'll have to tell you I'll tell you the brand when I get back. Because there's nothing healthy in the house where I am right now, I promise you.
Okay. So this is my question. If you have a question, you can put your hand up because I know y'all won't ask. But here's my question. You just mentioned at the beginning of your show, you said we have two brains.
Yes.
One is on top of our neck and one is in our gut.
Yes.
There was a way, it's like somebody told me, in fact, I know it was Crystal Morgan. She says it says your hormones, not your hormones. It's your it has memory.
Yes.
It has memory, right? They
Mm-hmm.
say your cells or something.
Yep.
It has memory,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
And then you mentioned brain in your stomach, and
Mm-hmm.
then you mentioned brain on your head,
Yes.
and then you said your brain is telling you, and people are. It's like it's been programmed. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking at, so I hear program, I hear brain is programmed in your head. Your
Mm-hmm.
brain is the program in your stomach.
You know your cells have you know your cells have memory because you go to you ever hear somebody say, "Oh, I don't eat that." How do they know they don't eat that? Because they ate it before and it upset their stomach or did something to their body, and so they're when you put it in front of their face, they're both brains remember. The head remembers that made me sick, and the stomach is like, "Don't give me that." So the memory is there. You already know. It's like, well, why don't you try it? I'm not gonna try it because I already know. I already know. When I first became vegetarian, I I ate eggs. I ate eggs all the time. Veggie omelet, um, egg with non-dairy cheese, just eggs, all over the place. Eggs. Let me tell you something. I could not eat an egg to save my life. Nope, I cannot eat them. As soon as, and I tried because I like eggs. I tried. I went out to a diner and I got me. So I said I'm gonna have me 2 eggs today. I got 2 eggs. I got some raw toast. I'm ready to eat my eggs and my toast. I ate one. I ate half. I took a bite of the egg, put it in my mouth. The moment it touched my stomach, I was sick. And since I'm in control of my body and my body is not in control of me, I was determined. Listen, I already ate it. I'm not about to throw up in this establishment. You gonna calm down and let me drink this ginger ale real quick. Let me drink this tea, and I ain't gonna eat no more. Cannot eat eggs.
But
Complete question.
my yeah, no, it's not a question, but it's like the way I'm listening, the way I'm hearing it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was asking you guys yesterday about the migraine headache. Remember I asked you about the
Yes.
migraine?
Mm-hmm.
And you have some people who continue. It's like it just I know it's something to it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like when Laverne explained it to us yesterday what a migraine felt like and all of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saying right now, AIDS, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love AIDS.
Me too.
I love them. And then I hear, then you see babies. If you give a baby something, the baby will let you know somehow. Like boy, you don't even know. But like we like. Do you? Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I'm like the baby will say nope, nope. I don't want that.
Don't like it. Not sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
So
like it.
it's gotta be like you said. Like even when you got pregnant. Let's talk about that. There's things that your body will crave for, and now all of a sudden, after the baby is here and gone, you don't have to say, what the heck is that all about?
That's all of the body, and the transition that it goes through in that, and it's funny because like with one of my kids, I craved peanut butter and I ate peanut butter and I hadn't eaten peanut butter my whole life because I never wanted peanut butter growing up because it was like the poor food that my mother used to give us. It was the poor food. Like, nope, I don't want that. I'm not eating no peanut butter. So I never wanted to eat it. But when I got pregnant with my son, I ate peanut butter every day, all day. And now I think he's 37. He does not eat peanut butter. Don't want none. Ain't trying to ever eat none. Like, forget that. So it's just weird the way that whole process works. But I would challenge anybody who is having migraines um, to incorporate probiotics into your diet and see how that helps the migraines. it can lead back to your gut health. So I would any type of problems that you're having with your body, because your stomach is your first defense for immunity. That's where your immune system starts, in your gut. And so you want to keep that microbiome in order. You want to keep the good bacteria and the bad bacteria balanced, because it's both that's there. And so we need both of them there. And so, by taking that probiotic is going to give you some balance there, especially if you are somebody who suffers from like irritable bowel syndrome or Crohn's disease or any of those things. A probiotic is definitely something that should be on there. And if you're somebody who's suffering from depression or anxiety, add a probiotic and see how that makes you feel. Because this study is really telling us that this second brain, this gut, has impact on depression, has impact on anxiety. And so by adding this probiotic, according to these multiple studies here, it is something that may help you. So I would absolutely add a probiotic if you are suffering from any form of depression, because of the gut brain connection. And all of these studies, I mean, my goodness, this is something that we didn't even know. This is not anything that is ever discussed. Mental health and your stomach health being connected. And so add that to it, and then let me know how it works for you. So we can, share with the masses and let other people know that this is a direction that they can go in, because it absolutely worked, for you. And if you want more information, absolutely Google the gut brain connection, how it works, how you can support it. You absolutely want to support it by, doing, making sure your diet is as clean as possible. One of the things that I said to one of my clients this week, I said, right now you have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to take care of you. You have an opportunity to eat right. You have an opportunity to exercise. You have an opportunity to go to the gym. You have an opportunity to ride your bike. You have an opportunity to walk. You have an opportunity to go to dance class. You have an opportunity to go skating. You got an opportunity to jump double dutch. You have an opportunity to find your way to your form of healthy living, whatever that might be. You have the opportunity until you don't. And the last thing you want to do is get to, I can't move. Um, I can't do anything, or by the time you mess around and get a chronic or terminal illness, now you're trying to pull yourself out. Whereas right now, before that's even happening, you have the opportunity to do things. Some of these chronic illnesses like diabetes and high blood pressure, these are lifestyle diseases. These are diseases that can be changed by your lifestyle. And so, you see people like, all of a sudden they start walking. They walk 40 minutes a day. I'm just going to walk 40 minutes every day. Just going to do my walking. Blood pressure levels change when you do that, because your weight is starting to come down. Diabetes levels change because weight loss and circulation and all these other things that wasn't happening when you had this sedentary lifestyle. I always wonder, like, people like, what is her name? Ernestine somebody, the weightlifting lady. Or it was another lady that was on Steve Harvey. She was in her 80s and she was doing a split and she was doing push-ups on one hand. What's the difference between her and the rest of us? Ernestine Shepherd, yes. What's the difference? The difference is mindset. The difference is, any one of us could wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, I'm going to find out how to get fit. I mean, really fit. I'm going to find out how to really get toned. I'm going to find out what I need to eat and what I need to do. You know, if we took the same amount of commitment that we took to binge watch a Netflix show, or to or to do some other things that, you know, are not that important, and really took that same and learn how to be better. You know, find you a class that you can go dance in. And it's so many forms of ways to go dance. You could salsa, you can do Afro beats. I'm going to take an Afro beats class because I like Afro beats. So I'm going to do that. There's jazz, there's contemporary. I'm going to double dutch class. They have a double dutch aerobics class in Atlanta. So I'm going to jump double dutch. I always love jumping double dutch. So I'm going to jump double dutch. But all of these types of things help us to be fit and to stay fit. You can have a story. My story is I'm 56 years old. I'm not on any medication and I don't plan on getting on none. And so the way, hey, good morning, Deb. You know, the way that I plan on living my life is to continue to build on my fitness. And so for me, I eat right. I minimally exercise. So in order, because I really don't like it, it's not fun. So I found fun things to do. So I there's a skating rink, the next exit from where I live. So I've been skating 3 times. I've been to double dutch class already once. I'm about to go to Afrobeats class, and trust and believe you me, skating, jumping double dutch, all of that is work. You will sweat. You will gain muscle. You will tone. You will do all these things, all while having fun. So if exercise and going to the gym is not your thing, find another way to do it. The other thing I did, I taught my granddaughters how to jump double dutch. They don't know how to jump what? Huh? They don't know how to jump double dutch because they in the house on the games. So make it a fun thing and teach some kids that don't know how to do that. Teach them dodgeball and king ball and mother may I and red light, green light. Those things are leaving with our generation because our kids do not go outside. They do not go play. And that's why we have these high rates of childhood obesity, juvenile diabetes, and all these other things because they sit in the house, they're watching TV, they playing the game, and they eat bad all at the same time. And the parents don't really care because they out there here. What probiotic do I suggest? I don't have a suggestion for any. I just usually go to Whole Foods. They have them in the refrigerator section. And you just want to find one that has like I think it's like 40 billion, whatever that number of I forget what they call it, the 40 billion of uh, cells or whatever that's in that. I just get a high number one and I just take that. So, and you know, probiotics can get really pricey. So, you want to just find something in your price range that has those high numbers. There's no particular brand or anything that I would recommend. Plus, my brand manager told me to stop recommending stuff unless they cutting me a check. So that part. But yeah, so you know, you just gotta find a thing that will allow you to do it. You know, I get excited in the mornings when I get up because you know I'm going to, you know, I have another day to take better care of myself. I got this Native American um, potion, and the potion was an immunity shot that they said you take this and you won't ever need anything. It's so potent. They say you should take a biometric scan before you start drinking it so you can kind of see what your numbers are. And then after you drink it like a month, then go back to the doctor and get another one and see what your scan show because it's going to change everything. And when I tell you this shot is whoo baby, it's a shot. It has blood orange, grapefruit, pineapple, ginger, turmeric, uh, Mexican oregano, allspice, star anise, clove, cayenne, and black pepper. And you cut all this stuff up, you put it together in a pot, and you cook it for 4 hours. 2 hours on high, and then 2 hours just low. And then you let it cool for 3 hours, and then you drink it. It's so, listen. I could see why it's going to do what it does, because it got a whole kick to it. A whole kick. If you drink 10 ounces of it, it'll help with weight loss. If you just drink like a 2 or 4 ounces, it's going to help with immunity and, to take care of the body. And so I'm gonna share that process too on my social platform. So make sure you following me so you can see it. Run the list back again. Okay, so it is blood oranges. If you can't find blood oranges, then you can use grapefruit in its place. I actually use both. So blood oranges and or grapefruit. A pineapple, but it's not the pineapple itself, it's the pineapple skin. So you're going to cut off the pineapple skin, the bottom of the pineapple, and the core of the pineapple. That's it. The rest of the pineapple, you can have a fruit salad with that later, but the rest of it, all of the skin and stuff goes in. Same thing with the grapefruit and the oranges. It's just the peels of it that's going in, not the meat of the fruit. Then you're going to cut up 2 lemons, 1 lime, um, a, a large piece of ginger with the skin on. You're going to cut that up. 5 pieces of turmeric. The actual fresh turmeric, not the powder. You're going to cut those up too. They don't have to be cut any kind of special way because it's all going in the pot. Then you're going to put 3 cloves in there. 5 peppercorns. Oh, I know what's missing. Whole nutmeg. You're gonna put, if they are big nutmeg pieces, then if it's the big one, then you could just use one. You just have to break it to put it in there. If not, then you're gonna use 2 to 3 smaller ones, and you kind of could just put it in a cloth and then just hammer it and break it and put it in there. Nutmeg, cloves, allspice. You're gonna put like a handful, a little, maybe like 5 to 10, because they're like little balls too. Like 5 to 10 little balls of allspice. Put that in there. Now you could take all of those spices and put them in a cheesecloth and drop it in there. If you don't have cheesecloth, it's okay. Just throw it all in there anyway. And when you cook it, you're gonna strain it. And once you strain it, it'll take out all those pieces. You're also gonna take dry turmeric and you're gonna put maybe like 3 tablespoons of the dry turmeric in there too. And so then you kind of stir it all up and get it on the stove, boil it uncovered for the 2 hours on high, and then turn it down low. But you need a big pot too, because you want to put like at least 3 gallons of water on top of this stuff. And so you can add water as it's starting to cook down. And so you let it cook for those hours, let it cool off, and then you drink it every day. And I started drinking it 2 days ago. My goodness, it got such a kick. And I made so much of it. I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do with all this stuff? So I'm about to take it home and have all these people trying out this new wellness shot. I think that it's a good thing to build immunity because of the cayenne pepper that's in it. Oh yeah, did I say that? A tablespoon of cayenne. The cayenne and the ginger makes it hot. So bottle and put a label on it, right? That's the plan. That's the plan. So I wanted to try it out and use it myself first and kind of see. But it is definitely a Native American concoction or potion or whatever, good for immunity, good for high blood pressure, good for diabetes, good for everything. The woman who I got it from, she said, this is the only shot you'll need. She said, this is your COVID shot. This is your whatever vaccination. This is all of that, all rolled up into one. And so, yeah, so I'll if Laverne just call me, I'll tell you the how to do it all if you need to know more. But we just got to take care of ourselves the best way we know how. Like there's so many opportunities for us to do so. A day shouldn't go by without you, exercising some kind of way for 15 minutes, whether that's walking up and down your own steps or around your house or, whatever. And I know a lot of you have your stepper on your step counter on your wrist and whatnot. So you're counting your steps, and that's real. Okay. Can you hear me now? Okay. So a lot of you have your steppers and you're getting your sexy back. So keep working on getting your sexy back. Some people, if you do it now, you never lose your sexy. So you ain't got to worry about it. So, yeah. So take care of both of these brains, this gut-brain connection. We now know how it works and how to support it. Add that wellness shot, to your repertoire and really take care of you. Back to you, Mr. Satchel.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, do y'all notice something up in my screen the way it looks? Y'all see my screen?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah. And y'all see the banner going across and all that?
Yeah, I see the banner. Got my name all up there and stuff. My name, I always knew I would see my name in lights. I always knew I would see my name in lights someday.
Oh, we can get ready to make it happen. But at the end of the day, we get ready to start a brand new show. We get ready to hit the TV, y'all. For real. It's going down. So at the end of the day, we're working on some things now. I'm hearing some bad noise in the background because I'm listening to it online, and I'm the only one that can hear it. But just so we get ready to hit it, y'all. Y'all just understand I got some things in the making, and I don't know if you know it, but it's some major things. So y'all got to look at stuff on it. What? Am I asking something? Never mind. No, don't. I don't even want. I want y'all to stay the same. Cause look, I ain't even gonna look. Just be you, God dang it. Cause that don't even make sense. I like the thing that you just said. You said you gotta find a way to have fun.
Yes.
When she said that, that just made so much sense. I love to skate, like back in the day. And I believe those are the things that really kept us in good. Like, if you remember, we had to walk to school.
Yep.
It wasn't no, everybody got nowhere. You had to walk to behind the school. You got off, you had a recess. We had to go play on the monkey bar. I'm just talking about jumping rope in the schoolyard. Y'all would bring the rope, right? Yep. Y'all bring it. And I just thought about that thing and I said, man, it is, and you would think, you're like, oh God, nah. Like you just mentioned the memory and stuff. Mm-hmm. And we keep going back to our past. Maybe you did fall when you went skating. But go skating again. And I'm looking, and it is just so rewarding to see so many people. Like, think about Gladys and them. Gladys, did you see Patti LaBelle married? They are looking like at 80 years of age. I would have never thought that they would be that age and still performing. Mm-hmm. Why? Guys, and they sound good. Like, my voice is like, and some of us say, well, and we just stop because we think we're too old. Man, get your butt up and go. Do you hear me? That being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you, Darlaina. I'm going to send you a little something. God bless you guys.
All right.
Y'all have a great day on purpose. Love you all. And take control over your life, because if you don't,
somebody else will.
Get them chitlins or something going to that gut, baby.
I love it.
Have a great day.
Talk soon. See y'all later.
take it easy, Bubba.
Hey, Yolan, how are you? I haven't seen you in a while. I haven't talked to you in a while. Probably should. You should probably call me. So thank you so much for watching the gut brain connection, how it works and how to support it. Definitely take notes and fix your life because you only get one. Find a way to have some fun and exercise and go skate and jump rope. Play jacks with your kids, king ball, Mother May I, red light, green light, like all of those games that we used to play are going to the wayside because these kids are not doing that. And so it's up to us to keep it going. So teach the kids. I'll see you guys next week, same time for Wellbeing Wednesday. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye for now.